So for some of you out there, who are young or naive or inexperienced, or you're still trying to be a nice person and you think the world is perfect, uh, I'm providing you a different way of looking at things that you'll either accept or reject it now and accept it later, or something like that. I mean, that's happened to me. I remember one time I read this book that was given to me by a guy in my men's group in Seattle, and I hated that book. I hated that book. Let's see. So I was about 30 years old at the time. Uh, I hated that book, and it took me years to accept the fact that he was telling the truth. That happened again with a different book when I was in undergraduate school in sociology class at Houston Community College in Houston, Texas. Uh, for some reason, I was assigned, I didn't select the book, but I was assigned a specific book, which I have here somewhere. I think it's downstairs. And I didn't like that book. The teacher must have assigned it to me personally. Uh, but I read as much as I could at the time, and I hated that book. And it took me years to realize and accept the fact that he was completely right. And so much so that actually, just a few years ago, I went back and bought the original book. So anyway, disagree with me now or disagree with me later or do whatever you want. But I'm giving you what I consider to be uh, an educated and reasonable perspective on this big pile of bullshit that was just published via New York Times and Anthony Fauci. So, again, this should be a clear interview with a good journalist and good editing, and this should be a document that I look to and say, wow, this was great. I'm going to print it out or I'm going to put it on the wall as an exemplar of excellent adult human conversation that provides clarity to a complex issue. And I'm already telling you that's not going to happen.